Let's go skydiving. All right, so I always say the diamond is applicable everywhere. So one fine day, I say to my son, "Dude, it's your birthday present today. I got us a booking for a beer tasting, and we've got to leave now because we've got a long way to drive." This is 6:30 in the morning. He looks at me and he says, "What? Beer tasting? What time does it start?" I said, "No, it starts 7:30." He's like, "What? We can't go beer tasting for a whole day." I said, "No. It's something like that." So he gets dressed, and we take a drive, we draw some cash, and I take him to the airfield. He looks at me and says, No, shit, what are we doing today?" I said, "We're going for static line jumps." He's like, "No." I'm like, "Yep." Okay, so he'd just come through like from 16 to 18 through the whole export X Games scenario, the bikes and the dives and the skydiving and the base jumping. And okay, so this was like, he looked at me and said, "No." I said, "Yeah." And guess what? A tandem jump, they can't give you one, and it's like the same price as both of us doing static lines, so let's just do it. So training starts at about 8 o'clock, and we sit down, and the whole airfield is just little planes, and all the skydivers from the area basically settle on the field for the day, and the plane goes up and just flies up, and everybody bails out. Flies up, everybody bails out. It's great fun, and you're part of the whole spirit of the day, and you're sitting in training, and they give you a little book, and they basically go through all your kit. So you see, Diamond Theory 101, task, go skydiving. Plan, okay, all the logistics to get there, and then from their side, their planning was get the venue, get the parachute, get the structures and stuff, and then basically train these guys. Okay, so development is training. So the whole day we develop as amateur rookie static line jumpers. Okay, so they go through all the kit, helmets, the shoes, the clothes, the overalls, the parachute itself, the whole procedure. If the parachute fails, you go to a star, and then you yank this, and then it releases the dysfunctional or non-functioning chute, and then you release your reserve, your emergency. Okay, so they go through about 8 hours of repetition. Then it's also about procedures in the plane, listening to the jump master who's on the plane. He'll be telling you when to get off. What else did they develop? Where to land. Yeah, if the wind changes and you feel you're getting pushed somewhere else, you've got to keep a view of the terrain, because there's usually like a landing area, which is primary, and then if something goes wrong with the wind or wind changes, then you've got to find like an alternative. Okay, and then they go through things like don't aim for a vineyard because it's a field of fences, so you avoid fences, power lines, roadways, because cars aren't looking up to see if there's a parachute landing. So you avoid roadways, so you look for parks or sports fields or open fields themselves. All right, so after a whole day of development, now we've got to do. Now I'm seriously nervous. It doesn't comprehend all too well for a 38-year-old guy to get in a plane, fly up to about 3,000 feet, and then waddle to the end of a wing strut and let go. Okay, but I don't know. So I gotta man up. I got my kid there. And for him, this is great. There's an advantage to being young. Okay, but I don't know. So we get in the plane, and it's the sunset jump. So everybody's really they're really envious of us. Okay, so up goes the plane. Now, quick scenario. Okay, so this is our airfield, and the wind is blowing across the field. Okay, and the town is the side. Okay, so plane goes up, and then it spirals around. Okay, so here's our airfield, wind, and the plane goes up. Okay, so the best place to drop jumpers would be about here. And they with the wind and they land. Okay. Town is here. So we go up. And the first guy gets dropped off now. Alright? And then it goes around. And the second guy is me. So when the plane's around about here, the jump master says, stand up. So I stand up. Because now you're in doing. Now you don't think, you're doing. You'll see. Okay. And he says, approach the door. I approach the door. He says, get out. So now you stand on the step and you hold on to the wing strut. And he says, go, go, go. And all you do is stare at this jump master. That's all you're doing. You just stare at the jump master. And then suddenly he says, let go. 3, 2, 1, let go. And I let go. The crap is, the wind is blowing this way. The town is here and I'm here. So now I've got to fly across a town against the wind to land on the field here. And looking at a town, it's suburbia. There's nowhere to land. There's a shopping mall below me. There's a parking lot over there full of cars. I'm absolute rookie. There's a sports field, I don't know where. In between there are power lines and road grid. It looks like Google Maps, just like in real life. Okay, and it's close, so it's like extreme zoom in as well. So I bail, okay? But now before I look at all of this, now you do what's programmed. So right check, left check, brake. And you feel that whole chute just lifts. It's phenomenal. It's like, ah! And then there's the silence. And you take it in. You feel the wind. And your mind starts thinking, okay, where am I landing? Okay? So you look. So what I do is I look down, because I'm expecting the field must be below me. Because the jump master said jump. And there's no field. There's just town. Okay, so I stare at town and now I'm like, where's the sun? Okay, so I see the sun and I know the town's below me. That means the field must be east. Sun is setting in the west. There's a town below me, east. The wind is coming from the southeast. And I'm thinking, okay, but not quite. Just, okay, and now the fun begins, because now I've got to run through a bunch of lessons from childhood, things I've seen on TV, exposure, blah blah blah. And I remember I saw somewhere it was one of those yacht races around the world, of how the guys explained you can tack a wing against the wind. So it's basically in sailing they basically can, they call it tacking, but you can go against the wind. So now I'm reckoning, okay, I've got a sail above me or a wing, and the wind's from there. If I get the angle exactly right between my left and my right, I can tack against the wind. So I check, and suddenly I feel, so I look down and I see my reference. I'm actually going against the wind. I tacked 3,000 feet down. So now you're here and you got to get your field here. So you're tacking against the wind. Across the field fence, the fence of the airfield. I landed about 50 meters inside of that, lifting my legs for the power lines coming into the field. Okay, so I've stressed myself half dead. Assessment, perfect, I'm alive. Okay, reflection, you go and you sit down with the jump master. His first words were, I'm sorry I dropped you on the wrong side of town. His job is to make sure it's a safe jump and I'm jumping in an optimal place, because you want optimal results if you want optimal people to come back. It's like any business. But yeah, me being me, I said, look dude, it's fine. This is just like a once in a lifetime experience. And it was great fun. The lessons I learned is I can tack against the wind. I can jump out of an airplane. I had the adrenaline rush of rushes, because yeah, to me, I needed a little bit more of a challenge. Character ethic, well, my belief is that it's still a very unsafe sport, but it's doable and it's necessary at times. My values, well, I don't actually have a value to it. It was phenomenal. My attitude towards it is, hey, each to his own. Some people enjoy the adrenaline weekly. The guys who were there who've got like 100 jumps, I respect you big time. Like seriously. But it's like other guys I meet who like bungee jumping. I like canoeing, so I actually enjoy like waves and stuff. There's always a threat there again of drowning and stuff. But so everything has got risk, but value wise, and my behavior is hats off. So from an absolutely hair-raising experience, I can say we built a diamond. Okay, the economics were right, the politics were right, uh, the physical environment was actually perfect. It was a beautiful day for jumping if you came out of the plane at the right place, and socially, well, it built the bond between me and my son better. We had a great day. We've got a memory to share, and voila, diamond theory works in skydiving just as it does for a cup of coffee, same as building a brick wall, mowing the lawn, building a dam. So yeah, no, so yeah, uh, I recommend skydiving as a once-off experience. Uh, but yeah, and the diamond works in that scenario, just as it can work in anyone. So lay the cornerstone for your life and make it a diamond. Blessings for the day.